second video for you is breaking news is from Geneva, where despite opposition from Eritrea, a resolution has been adopted. UN Special Rapporteur on Eritrea's mandate has been extended. Abdul Salam Babikar, who a few days ago submitted a report about human rights situation in Eritrea to Human Rights Council, his mandate was due to expire. Eritrea was opposing extension in this mandate, but today voting was held and majority supported extension. Now, question is, 47 member states of Human Rights Council voted. Which countries supported Eritrea, which opposed Eritrea, which abstained from voting? Second news story is from Somalia views. Today, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, Somalia's newly elected president, made a revelation. He said that money is flowing out of Somalia. Money means funds which are being collected by militant groups in Somalia are flowing out of Somalia. So it's not that external players are backing or funding armed groups in Somalia. Rather, Somalia's armed groups are funding other countries' armed groups. Third news story is about a telecommunication company, a Kenya-based telecom company, which is due to start its operations in Ethiopia next month. Fifthly, Amhara Association of America's representative a few hours ago appeared on Al Jazeera and he leveled serious allegations against Ethiopian federal government, Oromia regional government about Valaga massacres. And lastly, very important news story from Tigray, where a meeting was held in southern part of Tigray between some Tigray local administrators and Awo people. Awo is an ethnic group in Ethiopia. Majority of its members lives in Amhara region. Agos live in Eritrea too. In Tigray, there is no large population of Ago people, but this meeting was held and some decisions were made to launch joint struggle. Struggle against whom? Against Amhara, against Eritrea. Firstly, we have a new story from Geneva, where a UN Human Rights Council session was held. Few days ago, Abdul Salam Babikar, UN Special Rapporteur on Eritrea, submitted his report about human rights situation in Eritrea. His report was obviously opposed by Eritrea. Eritrea is also part of Human Rights Council, 47-member body. In 2012, UN Security Council, UN appointed Special Rapporteur on Eritrea. Back then, Eritrea was under sanctions as well imposed by UN Security Council. Eritrea was accused of backing armed groups in the region back then, and this special mechanism was adopted to monitor human rights situation in Eritrea. Eritrea never granted permission to this UN Special Rapporteur to visit Eritrea. So Abdul Salam Babikar so far has not been able to enter Eritrea, but regularly he shares reports with the Human Rights Council. His mandate was due to expire. Before that, voting has been held at the Human Rights Council to extend the mandate of Abdul Salam Babikar, UN Special Rapporteur. His mandate has been extended for 1 year. voting was held. Eritrea opposed the resolution to extend the mandate of UN Special Rapporteur. Which countries supported this resolution? Which countries opposed it and stood with Eritrea? Which countries abstained from voting? Firstly, which countries supported the resolution? Means they supported the extension in the mandate of Abdul Salam Babikar. Mostly Western countries, European countries, they voted in favor of the resolution. Countries like Argentina, Armenia, Brazil, Czech Republic, Finland, France, Germany, Honduras, Japan, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Marshall Island, Mexico, Montenegro, Netherlands, Paraguay, Poland, Korea, Ukraine, UK, US. These countries voted to support the resolution that mandate should be extended. Which countries abstained from voting? Neither yes nor no. Benin, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Gabon, Gambia, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Libya, Malawi, Malaysia, Namibia, Nepal, Qatar, Uzbekistan. These countries abstained. So indirectly they supported Eritrea. Now, those countries which supported Eritrea, 10 countries, they openly stood with Eritrea. They opposed extension in the mandate of UN Special Rapporteur. The 10 countries are firstly Bolivia, China, thirdly Cuba, Eritrea, part of Council, voted to, Indonesia, not Indonesia, sorry, India, Pakistan, Somalia, Sudan, United Arab Emirates, Venezuela. Now, surprise vote in support of Eritrea for me is Somalia. Somalia supported Eritrea today, though it is being said that and it is a fact that Somalia Eritrea relations these days are not as friendly as the relations were when Farmajo was in power. Eritrea so far has not congratulated Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud. Eritrea did not attend inauguration ceremony Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud a few days ago. So overall, it is being said that the trilateral agreement between Isaias Afwerki, Abiy Ahmed of Ethiopia and Farmajo, previous president of Somalia, has come to an end, because Farmajo has been removed from power and Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud is not interested in forging very close and friendly ties with Eritrea. But this vote shows that Somalia today supported Eritrea. It means that we could see the two countries have good relations. Maybe in coming days, the relations will improve. It's a surprise vote for Eritrea, according to my assessment. So, resolution has been passed. Abdul Salam Babikar will continue his work. We have seen statements from EU, UK, both showed concern that human rights situation in Eritrea has worsened in the past few months and years. So far, no improvement. Eritrea will not allow Abdul Salam Babikar to enter the country, as it has been happening since 2012. Statement from Eritrean Information Ministry is expected in coming hours. We'll update you after the statement, but so far, resolution has been passed. Now, secondly, viewers, we have a new story from Somalia, viewers. The country in the grip of a drought, country relying heavily on foreign aid. Even for the budget, Somalia needs foreign assistance. EU, US provide budgetary assistance to Somalia as well. Somalia's government cannot operate without foreign assistance. So Somalia is heavily relying on foreign aid. On the other hand, armed groups based in Somalia are providing aid to armed groups based in other countries. It's a very alarming revelation for me. Today, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, the newly elected president of Somalia, who is on visit in Turkey, revealed that money collected in Somalia is flowing out of Somalia. The money is being collected by militant groups in Somalia. Hassan Sheikh is visiting Turkey, and there he addressed Somalia soldiers. Somalia soldiers are being trained in Turkey. For years, Turkey has been training Somalia's military. And now, hundreds still under training. And now, when Hassan Sheikh is in Somalia, he attended a program. He went to the place, the training center where Somalia soldiers are under training. And there he delivered a speech. And he said that Somalia-based armed groups are raising funds, collecting money. And this money is being used to fund armed factions, militant groups in Mozambique. Firstly, Mozambique is the first country. Secondly, Nigeria. And thirdly, a portion of this money goes to Al-Qaeda as well. Now, it means that armed groups operating in Somalia are very powerful. We don't know about ISIL, but Al-Shabaab is extremely powerful in Somalia. It is in control of 1/3 of Somalia. So it's a state within a state. That is why it's collecting funds. Jamal Usman a few days ago went to Al-Shabaab's stronghold, and he interviewed Al-Shabaab's vice chairman, you can say number 2 man of Al-Shabaab, and there he showed that it's a state within a state. Hospitals, schools are being run by Al-Shabaab, and all vehicles which pass through Al-Shabaab controlled areas have to pay hundreds of US dollars as toll tax. So Al-Shabaab is collecting lots of money. The funds, the taxes, the money collected by Al-Shabaab is being spent in Somalia, in Al-Shabaab controlled territories, and portion of this money is going to militant factions abroad as well. Because Al-Shabaab is the main armed group in Somalia. Other groups are very small. Like ISIL has very small presence in Somalia. It means that Al-Shabaab is funding armed groups abroad as well, and other countries are funding Somalia's government. So Somalia needs to have control over its entire territory. State writ should be ensured. Third news story is about a telecommunication company due to start its operations in Ethiopia in August next month in Dire Dawa. The company will launch its services. It's a telecom company, Safaricom, based in Kenya. A few months ago, company bought shares in Ethio Telecom. The company is working in a joint venture with 2 other groups. Safaricom of Kenya has 55.7% shares in this investment in Ethiopia. Then Sumitomo of Japan has 27.2% shares, and Vodacom of South Africa has 6.2 shares in this project. The project will kick off, it will start its operations in Dire Dawa in August next month, and till April next year. This company will be providing services in 24 cities of Ethiopia. So Ethiopians will have another option in coming months regarding mobile use, regarding use of data. Let's see which services will be given, will be provided by this company, how efficient will they be, how costly or how cheap they will be, that remains to be seen. The company is recruiting staff as well. It has recruited 500 staff members so far, and out of 500, 320 are Ethiopians. The company has erected dozens of mobile radio towers, and it will use sub-sea fiber optic cable which enters Djibouti. And that is why this Dir Diva is being used as the first launch place, because Dir Diva is between Addis Ababa and Djibouti. And Dir Diva communication services will be using Djibouti fiber optic cable which reaches Djibouti from the sea, Red Sea. Fourthly, viewers, Amhara Association of America's representative has spoken with Al Jazeera about Valaga massacre, and there he leveled serious allegations against Ethiopian federal government. On international level, Amhara diaspora is now accusing Ethiopian PM Abiy that his government, federal government, Oromia regional government are complicit in ethnic killings happening in Valaga. The representative, we have a clip for you, can be heard saying that PM Abiy provided space to Oromo Liberation Army to operate, to arm, to recruit, to train, and OLA fighters allegedly are involved in both massacres committed in Kalam and in West Valaga. So Amhara diaspora, which is planning to lodge a complaint against Ethiopian federal government with International Criminal Court, is now approaching international media as well. We have seen some international NGOs who spoke at a Human Rights Council session, and they also highlighted Amhara group's ethnic killings in Ethiopia. Watch this clip showing Amhara Association of America's representative talking to Al Jazeera.
It is very difficult to get information, especially in these rural areas. And the reason being is because the Ethiopian government is deliberately cutting off telecommunications to deny these victims access to the outside world. But what we have managed to understand, to learn in this latest atrocity that occurred on July 4th is the Oromo Liberation Army, an armed group that has been active in the area and supported by the Oromia regional government officials and security forces, massacred over 300 ethnic Amharas. We believe that number now will be close to 400. This is, and actually on June 18th, the same armed group had massacred what we have confirmed over 530 Amharas. We believe that number will be closer to 1,500. This has been going on for quite some time, since the Abiy administration allowed this armed group to return to Ethiopia armed and provided them really space to recruit, train, and radicalize young Oromos within the Oromia region. And he even has allowed the same group to be integrated into the Oromia regional government officials, the security apparatus, and even at the federal level. So there is complicity by the government officials at all levels in allowing these groups to target Amharas in Oromia region.
Last one news story from Tigray. Agew group members have held some meeting with Tigray local administrators. Agew ethnic group members mostly live in Amhara region, in places close to Sikota, then close to Gajam, Gondar. Kimat are also Agews, and they live close to Gondar, Gajam areas. And they live in Eritrea too. A meeting has been held in Tigray, in southern Tigray, Bora city, between Tigray local administrator, his name is Hafto Kiros, and Agew Democratic Party chairman Kiros. Meeting was held, and it was decided that both groups, ethnic groups, should continue joint struggle against invading forces, against Eritrea as well. There is mention of Isaias Afwerki in the statement too. Now, question is Tigray backing Ago factions in Amhara and in Eritrea? Yes, Tigray has been backing Ago Liberation Front, an armed group fighting in Amhara region, and this group has been seen recruiting large number of fighters. Tigray is still backing Ago Liberation fighters because Ago Liberation Front fighters because they have been seen in Tigray. A few days ago, a singer, member of Ago Liberation Front, released a video message calling for establishment of a separate Ago region. He is reportedly in Tigray. And these Agos can be used to form alliance with Agos who live in Eritrea against Eritrean government. It seems that Tigray government wants to have close ties with Agos living both in Amhara and in Eritrea. Because both Ago factions, Ago groups in Amhara and Eritrea can be used by Tigray government against Amhara regional government and Eritrean government respectively. That is why Agos living in Tigray and Agos who have fled Eritrea and who have fled Amhara and who are in Tigray, they are being approached by Tigray government officials so that an alliance can be formed, that Tigray could be in a position to use its influence on Ago groups in Amhara and in Eritrea. Thank you for watching.